What if I told you that your beautifully crafted resume isn't the most important thing anymore when you're looking for a job? In the future of work, there's something else that speaks volumes before you even walk in the door. We're talking about your digital footprint, and today we're going to break down exactly why it's your new resume.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a number that's going to make you sit up and listen. 75%. Yep, according to Check Social, that's how many employers are already digging into a candidate's social media. This isn't some far-off trend. This is happening right now, every single day.
And this really gets to the absolute heart of it, doesn't it? You could have the most perfect, polished resume on the planet. But have you ever actually stopped and asked yourself, what does a quick Google search say about me? Because you can bet that's the very first thing recruiters are doing.
In our remote-first world, that Google search is the new handshake. It's the new first impression. It's what people see and what they judge, long before you ever get a chance to say a single word. It's a massive piece of who you are professionally.
So what even is a digital footprint? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's the trail of everything you do online. Every post you've liked, every comment you've made, every article you've shared, all those little bits of data come together to tell a very detailed story about you. I really love this metaphor. You know, a footprint in the sand at the beach is temporary, right? The tide comes in and poof, it's gone. But a digital footprint? That's more like a footprint in concrete. It can be a permanent record. Once something is out there online, it is incredibly hard, sometimes literally impossible, to ever fully take it back. And that permanence, that's where things get a little risky. Because your online story can be seen by absolutely anyone. And, even worse, it can be completely misunderstood. So let's get into how an unmanaged digital life can become a serious liability. So what are employers really looking for when they're snooping around? Well, the data shows the biggest red flags are pretty clear. Things like discriminatory behavior, any kind of unprofessional conduct like, trashing your old boss online, and of course, any hints of criminal activity. These are what screening services call cultural fit indicators. And this is a perfect example of how easily things can be twisted. Think about this. You search how to appeal a speeding ticket for a friend who needs help, but a data broker's algorithm doesn't see the context. It just sees you and reckless driving. Or imagine you pay for a round of drinks for your friends and then pay for parking later. To a machine, that data could easily look like you drink and drive, even if you were the designated driver all night.
This quote just hits so hard. In the real world, reputation is flexible. People forgive, and eventually they forget. But the internet? It does neither of those things. It has a perfect, permanent memory and absolutely zero capacity for forgiveness.
And believe me, the risks go way beyond just landing a job. Get this. A man on his honeymoon had his credit limit cut just because he shopped at stores where other customers had a history of bad credit. It's crazy. On top of that, a huge number of students, 61%, rarely check their privacy settings, and 11% have been tagged in photos they didn't want out there, photos that could definitely come back to bite them.
Okay. I know this all sounds pretty terrifying, but hang on. Before you go and delete every social media account you have, here's the big pivot. Your digital footprint isn't just a liability. It can actually be your single greatest professional asset.
So let's flip the script. Let's talk about the massive opportunity here. It's time to stop thinking of your online presence as a minefield and start thinking of it as your invisible resume, a powerful, proactive tool you can use to build the exact career you want. And here's the proof. 16%. That's how many students have actually gotten job offers or volunteer positions because of their positive online presence. See? When you take control and curate it the right way, your digital footprint stops being a risk and starts working for you.
And this is more important than ever in our remote-first world. Hiring managers are desperate for signals of trust, skill, and professionalism. A strong, curated online presence is the ultimate proof of who you are and what you can do, in a way that a boring, one-page resume could never compete with.
So how do we actually do this? Let's get practical. Let's talk strategy. This is your playbook for taking back control and building a professional brand online that truly shines.
It all starts with 3 simple steps. Step 1, audit. And I'm serious, go incognito and Google yourself. See what's really out there. You have to know what story is being told about you right now. Step 2, lockdown. Go through every single one of your accounts and crank up those privacy settings. And step 3, curate.
Start cleaning house. Get rid of anything and everything that doesn't align with the professional you want the world to see.
Now, once you've done the cleanup, it's time for the fun part, building. You need to create a central hub for your professional brand. That means truly optimizing your LinkedIn profile. Don't just list your old jobs, showcase your projects, get endorsements, maybe even build a simple personal website to act as an online portfolio. The key is to make sure your message, your tone, your brand, it's all consistent everywhere.
But honestly, the real secret sauce is making this one crucial shift. You have to go from being a passive scroller to an active contributor. Start sharing your insights. Jump into relevant discussions. Start building your reputation as a voice, a thought leader in your industry. That is how you build an invisible resume that pulls incredible opportunities right to you.
All right, let's just zoom out for a second and think about the long game, because this isn't just about getting your next job. This is about consciously building your professional legacy, one post at a time.
So, think about it like this. What story is your digital footprint telling about you today? Now, fast forward 5 years. Is that story helping you get to where you want to be? And in 10 years, when someone looks back at that permanent digital record, what will it say about who you were, what you cared about? I just absolutely love this quote from Nicola Osborne's TEDx talk. It completely reframes this whole thing. You're not just cleaning up a digital mess. You are actively, intentionally creating something, a beautiful, complex, and brilliant presentation of your absolute best self.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. The question isn't, do you have a digital footprint? Because, let's be real, we all do. That's a given. The real question is this. Who are you choosing to be online? Are you letting it happen by accident? Or are you taking the wheel?
If you're excited about taking control and shaping your own career in this new world of work, then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. Come join our community of thousands of learners who are building the future today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.